Thoughts?
It was a really good win. Thought we showed really good maturity. I thought we remained composed even though the scoreboard wasn't going our way. We rode the ups and downs of the game well. There's definitely some things we needed to fix at half-time. We're conceding too many scores from our back half and feeling their pressure, and their pressure in their front half was really good, but thought some of our method coming out of D50 in particular was poor, and we conceded shots on re-entry. But thought second half was really strong. Back end of the third quarter, they had some field position and probably didn't hold up the way we want a couple of times, but thought third quarter was strong, and then the last quarter got our contest right. Thought our pressure and contest inside forward 50 was really strong. Thought we had some good moments of composure, and in the end, just felt like a really tough game, and we persevered and came out on top.
So you've been down in your last 2 wins. You've been down during the last quarter, down three-quarter time. What is it about this team how it can handle that part of the game?
We trained it a lot over pre-season scenarios, which we haven't missed a beat with reviewing that side of our game. We put a lot of effort into making sure players understand time on clock and what time on clock versus what the scoreboard's telling us, and how we handle those situations. And I think I mentioned at the start, our composure was good in the last quarter. Probably the best it was for the whole game, to be honest. I thought we lacked composure at times with ball in hand, but in the last quarter, we trusted ourselves a little bit more, and we didn't panic. It didn't look like we panicked at any stage in that last quarter. Understood that we had 30 minutes to kick, to hit the front, and I think our leadership across the group has grown off the back of being able to train those scenarios, and more players understand what's needed in those moments, and to be behind and chasing the game and trying to create scores versus you hit the front, to be a bit more methodical in the way you move the ball, and I thought we were able to flip that really well in the last quarter. And leadership plays a part. Tactics play a part, and we've trained it, so the players must feel really comfortable in those moments.
Laying 100 tackles is pretty rare. How much does that speak to the size of desperation?
Yeah, we were pretty disappointed with our pressure last week. So we wanted to take their uncontested marks away. Didn't probably the conditions played a bit into that. It just was one of those games where it was in a contest a lot, and I think when we've played in games where the ball's in a contest a lot, we've been able to win those games and stand up in those games and be tougher for longer. So we had a big focus on our pressure. I reckon it's season high. I think pressure stat was over 200. Probably a sign of the conditions in some sense, but sign of our intent to pressure. But it's also a sign that our method to deny uncontested marks and deny their switch and that was, and force them long from deeper, was there as well.
I think Andy Lane 14 of those tackles and pretty bloodied and bruised after the match. Firstly, he's okay, and did you really lead from the front there? Yeah,
he's all right. Yeah, I think it was a bit of show. Getting an interview after the game with blood dripping down, he'd be pretty happy with that. He was disappointed with his game last week as well. Then I know Joel Corey asked him for more defensively, and he's a barometer for us when he's bringing his pressure, when he's bringing his trademark efforts to chase down, and he's a barometer for us. So him leading the way, and all our leaders leading the way in an area of focus is really important.
How important was Sam Sikowski,
Justin, to get you off to a good start almost every quarter?
Yeah. Oh no, hit the scoreboard. Yeah, that's nice. But he brings so much to our forward line in terms of leadership. He's probably one of the unheralded leadership group members in terms of he slides under the radar a little bit, but I love his leadership, the way he leads those around him. We look more organised, especially our small forwards, because of him being there. Some of his defensive acts would probably not show up on TV, and people just watching the game probably don't notice, but they're massive. He never gives up. His footy awareness, footy smarts in contested situations is second to none. It was good to see him get some reward on the scoreboard.
Do you feel like that's what you've been missing, that he was able to hit so many targets leading up, whether that's sort of, you've sort of been going long?
Yeah, it was. Because, to be honest, like, some of our skill was horrible at times tonight. Out of bounds on the fulls and just, missing targets inside forward 50. And they'd probably say the same. It was that type of game. It was high pressure, really contested. And I think both teams probably felt that pressure. But to have a few guys to be able to trust themselves in those moments, and he was one. Like Vossi had a short kick in the last. Those plays just really stand out, and I thought we had probably more of those in the last quarter, which got us over the line.
It's such a big week for the club, for certain individuals after the way they played last week, and for yourself. What did you make of the response out there to the whole week?
Well, it's a sign of our maturity, and probably a sign of the motto we've lived by over the last 10 weeks of just living in the moment and making sure we win each day and try and prepare ourselves best for each opposition. We didn't overreact to last week. The facts are we didn't play well in the first half last week. We're on the road to a resurgent Sydney who've got all their stars back, and there was 1 point in it in the last quarter. That game could have gone either way. It didn't go our way, but we treated it for what it was. So, we didn't overreact. We're not going to overreact to a win this week. Understand the challenges we've got ahead of us, but we've just been trying to live in the moment and thought we were able to regroup, tidy up a few things that let us down last week and put out a better performance this week, and that'll be our goal next week.
Corey Mason's a guy who you've used in a lot of different positions this year. What did you want from him in the second half?
Well, we just weren't holding up behind the ball very well in the first half, so we needed to shift him back. Banners provides us good flexibility in that sense as well. So, he was able to go out of the back line. Wags went back. It's important to have players who can play all over the ground, and we've tried to build that over pre-season and as well. And he's one of those players that can sort of put him into any role, and he is learning how to execute them all. Probably he's picking up the forward line stuff, which he was there a bit today, but put him back. He was probably felt he's most comfortable, and thought he impacted when he went back.
So with Alex Pearce, does he have another hot spot in his shin, or?
No. It's probably best described as it didn't handle the full load of an AFL game last week. So, given it was a 6-day break, it just hasn't responded off that, 13, 14 Ks he ran last week, which is a big spike. So, we're hoping it settles down quicker.
So, in terms of, could he be back for the?
It could be, yeah. I haven't got an update on whether that's likely or not, but he could be.
They were getting stuck into Pat Boss a bit there, particularly Sicily. I suppose he had the last laugh in the end, but what did you make of that?
Yeah, well, we asked Vossi to play a role. Sicily at his best, and he's only been back a couple of weeks off a long-term injury, but he can intercept a lot. So Vossi did the job on him down in Launceston and did a good job, probably too good a job last year. But we wanted to be a bit more physical this week, and he's one of their better players and their captain, so we wanted to nullify his influence and thought Vossi broke even there.
Feels like the intensity of the season sort of lifted tonight. Do you feel like everyone's starting to rise to the occasion that all teams were battling it out for these 8 spots in 9 teams?
Oh, well, I think so. I haven't watched every game closely across the weekend, but the importance of each game is magnified now. Yeah, clearly. The media is talking about it. It's in our face all the time. I thought that was a really strong contested game tonight, but we've got to make sure that we keep handling it the right way. Every game from here to the end of the season is going to mean a lot. But we've just got to make sure that we prepare really well, but also don't get too tense under that pressure, and make sure we play with freedom and make sure we keep trusting ourselves and trying to play our way. Because I think the players have got a lot of, well, I know they've got a lot of confidence in if we can execute the way we play, we can beat anyone. So, just keep preparing really well and keep trusting ourselves and trying to execute as best we can.
How do you look forward to seeing where you're at against Collingwood at the G?
Yeah, it's the biggest challenge in footy. You go not only to take on Collingwood, who are the best team in the comp, but you go and take on the Magpie Army and the crowd, and it's a great challenge for us. So we'll enjoy this win first. Wins are hard to come by. Allow the players to sit in it for a few days, and then we'll start prepping for Collingwood. So great challenge.
How important was it to see Jai hit the scoreboard early? He's obviously someone who has done a lot of work, but just hasn't found that reward.
Yeah, it was nice. Yep. I don't judge his game on how many goals he kicks. I judge his game on how he executes his role and how he competes, and he's been doing that really well. He's never going to play waffle. It's not where he's at. It's not where his form shows he's at. He's competing really well. He hasn't been getting reward for effort, so that will come if he keeps applying himself like he did tonight.
Is it a confidence thing for someone so young to just keep them up and about?
Oh, not really. No, I haven't seen a drop in confidence with him. He's been first class with the way he's sought feedback from these coaches, me included. He's trying to improve areas of his game. He gets his feedback from inside the four walls, not outside it. He's a young key forward who's working through the different challenges that presents, and he's doing a good job.
Commentary the last couple of days with McGuinness being picked was that he'd more likely get the run on with Sarong. Were you surprised to see him with the subs first?
No, not really. No, we thought Nash would go to Caleb. He did the job last year, and Launceston, so that's what we prepared for. Yep. Thank you. Appreciate it.